Hey Jug Monkey friends, it is Sonia, Matt from Jug Monkey Paint Company here hanging out with you on this lovely Sunday evening. Time to get our paint time right. Time to get our paint on. So tonight I titled this and I said we are seeing red tonight. Okay, maybe we're painting the town red tonight because you guys have been saying paint something in red, Sonia, and I have to tell you I have a place in my heart for things like with a beautiful red, right? That barn red. So I'm super excited tonight to paint this and a few other things I have going on in a red tonight. But of course you guys know, and for those of you who are new, we are doing a 20-day milk paint challenge, painting something under the sun with all of the 20 colors of our newest goodness called the Milkshake Milk Paint by Jug Monkey Paint Company. And so you guys have been asking, you know, what's the difference between milk paint and chalky style paint? So if you've been hanging out here, you've been seeing us paint over all different kinds of surfaces, doing different techniques and trying different things, right? Who's having fun with us? So tonight will be no different. So I'm going to get started on this piece here. So I'm Sonia, this is Matt from Jug Monkey Paint Company, and we love to paint things and make them beautiful, right? We love, reuse, repurpose. So as I get started, babe, tell me who is here with us tonight, and we will get rocking and rolling. Lots of people.
Yes.
Oh,
Sherry's checking in from Nashville. Carol Ann says, Matt and Sonia.
Hey!
Caitlin is watching The Walking Dead and she's crying already. Nobody cares, Caitlin. Nobody cares. Nobody
The Walking Dead. We used to be so big into that show and we fell off the wagon. Like, you know when you miss a show and then you're like, okay, I can't watch anymore until I get caught up, right?
Yeah, that was
how
many years?
That is us with The Walking Dead. And we were like...
We didn't miss an episode.
We were, I can't even think of the word. We were loyal, right? Like hanging on every
Don't be
word.
crying on my page, Kate, or I'm going to ban you.
There is no crying in DIY.
That's right.
All right, so I'm just doing 3.
Angela's trying to watch this in The Walking Dead.
Is she really? God love her. Give us a play-by-play of what's happening. All right, Angela.
Hi, you're on late. I thought I missed you.
Heck
no, we were just out today.
We did. We like, you know, it's like the country mouse goes to the city, right?
Yeah, we tried to get some culture.
We spent the afternoon with our son. We took some time to go do some family time stuff. And, you know, we actually went down to the, what's it called? The Carnegie Museum of Natural History, right?
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh. Anybody ever been there? I love the museum.
Oh, we're losing
awesome.
a lot of people because they're watching The Walking Dead mid-season premiere.
Ooh. Sounds exciting.
I could just,
Well, Matt is The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I could unleash the entire spoiler of the series because
Don't you do
you know,
that.
I read the entire comic book series.
Don't you do
back
that,
in the
right?
day.
He would do that.
But I can tell you everything that happens.
No.
Because, why not? I mean,
Because you're a big meanie.
I'm just saying. you
Don't be that person.
It's either us or them.
You know what? Right now they're putting on earmuffs, okay? They're not listening to you.
It's either us or them, and I'm willing to ruin it for them.
You are so bad.
If they choose them.
You are so bad. So I have got in here, I did 3 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of the paint powder to 3 tablespoons of just the regular water. This is my spritzer bottle that I use when I glaze. You guys know I teach you how to glaze with our antiquing glaze. We have black and a brown. You spritz it with a little bit of water, right? A damp cloth to keep it moving. So all I did, you guys keep messaging me and saying, what's in the bottle? It's just water, I promise. So you just pretty much do equal amounts, all right? You have the ability to be able to thicken your paint, thin your paint, whatever you want to do. But honestly, my best ratio to tell you is always start with like the same 1-to-1 ratio and then adjust from there. And also remember that it sets up over the first like 10 to 15 minutes because what happens is the milk paint is very, very rich in pigments, okay? It's made all natural with milk solids, with clay, and with just honestly earth pigments, right? So what happens is when you first put the water in it, you have to give it time to set up and to really disperse, right? So I think we're good to go now. This color I'm using is our red ochre. Do you remember we painted the table in a red before? When we first started, we did that hand-painted... we did the sunflower on the table, right? That was actually in a stage red, I think. So, Matt, do you want to show them the difference between the stage red and the red ochre?
Sure.
Because in my mind, the stage red is just more of a, maybe like, what would you call, like just
it's
more
a brighter
vivid.
red, yeah.
Yeah, it's a vivid red, right? And then the other one, you know, it's probably something you think of when you think of like...
That's the stage red.
Yeah, like a barn red, right?
That's the red ochre. Laura Miller says, just because you read it, Matt, doesn't mean it will follow the show. Well, actually, it pretty much has followed the entire show. Actually, Glenn was supposed to die in season 1, but he went the exact same way that he was supposed to in the book. So, they might not get to it right away, but they'll get to it. Get to it.
second. Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. Oh, I was going to get some paper towels and I didn't.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. We'll make it work.
That's right. Go ahead and share.
All right.
Share.
All right, I'm just going to get my brush ready here.
Well, I'm going to tell them about the box mystery.
Yep.
So, anyway.
Get some of the water off my brush.
Oh, Kate says it was
nice
red ochre mandatory. Anyways, if you want a free box of mystery or be eligible for a free box of mystery, share and then type share below.
Ooh, let's get started.
And you'll be entered to receive the free box of mystery.
Ooh, this is this is like Casey Kasem's request. You guys have been asking for the red ochre, the barn red, right? So this one's going out there just for you. My brother! Hey Mark, how are ya? Hope you're feeling good, bud.
Yes, that is red, like Glenn's head after...
Oh, man. You're so bad.
I know, I'm bad.
You are
so
bad. See?
No more pop culture
happens?
references.
I know. He's just like, you know, saying things and telling things, right? So what's everybody been up to today? Did you guys get out and about to do anything of interest today? Or was this a relaxing day for you?
I think it's a relaxing day. I think everybody's just hanging out, kind of doing their stuff.
Yep.
Everybody's being a little bit lazy.
Nice.
You know, saying there. Is that chalk paint color? Is that chalk paint that color? No, this is our milk paint.
So true story. I went around and I put some rosettes all over my store
thank
one
you,
day.
Melanie. We appreciate it.
And I added some on this brownie frowny piece, but now we're going to totally paint over it. If I really wanted to, I could put the rosettes back on there again, but we're going from brownie frowny to total. So you can see how nice the coverage is, right?
Bridget says, just a box of mystery or a happy fun time box of mystery.
Oh, that's going to make a difference.
Since my arm's gotten really bad, I can only lift a box of mystery. I can't lift a happy fun time box of mystery, so it's just
This is true, right? Like, yeah. Love it. This is a basket that I got at a thrift store. I think these are awesome for layering in your space, like, you know, just putting things in, like putting this somewhere and then throwing your remotes in it, throwing your mail into it, whatever, right?
Are the Klingon brushes back available for order?
Nope, they're on their way just yet.
I mean the second batch.
They're on their way. Yeah, both of them are.
Okay.
It just takes a period of time to get them.
Can anybody order it now?
No, I don't have them open just yet. I want to wait till they get a little bit closer.
All right.
No worries.
Yeah, so that's exciting stuff, man.
What part?
The brushes are almost
Heck
here.
yeah, right? Well, they're coming from Holland. They're handmade in Holland, so there's a bit of a turnaround for them, right?
From Holland.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Because here's the one thing I learned. This time I did a pre-order on the first batch, and what I found was that people weren't just ordering the brushes, they were going in and ordering a bunch of stuff, right? And obviously, you know, the shipping that you're paying is for everything included. So it makes it tough to have to send out the brushes separately and your order separately. So I'm just going to set it up a little bit differently for the second batch. That way I don't have to like hold your order until your brush comes. Yeah. Now the brushes I'm hoping will be here in the next 24 to 48 hours. So for those of you who did get on the pre-order list. I hope this week is the week for you. By the time it reaches you, you know, obviously.
Galen's having a rough start to her week.
What's going down?
Just, you know, it's that family stuff with, you know, you got different things going on, and it's just tough when people get older and things happen. People get older, heck yeah. I made cheesecake and road quads.
What was it we were talking about today that made me feel really old? Okay, so we were with our son, right? And and we were talking about, he said something about The Simpsons. Right. Yeah. And we're talking about The Simpsons, right? And how long has The Simpsons been out? I mean, who
27 years.
27 years.
Yes.
And it's like, I remember like being in school and knowing when The Simpsons was on TV. And if my brother Mark is still on here, he'll know, because Mom and Dad used to get mad because they thought that Bart Simpson was a terrible influence and that my brother Mark would always sneak to watch The Simpsons. And when they would catch him, they'd say, turn that off. Because remember, like all the, do you remember all that, you know, the parents were not happy because he was really like not, you know.
Rude.
Yeah, he was rude, right?
He was.
At that time, it was like, there was that raging debate of whether or not it was really like something children should be watching. Who remembers that? But yeah, who hears stuff that makes you feel really old? Like when you hear like, oh my gosh, that song, has it really been around for 20 years? What? You know, that sort of stuff. Guys, what do you think of this color? Gotta tell you, I think it's pretty
Yes, the new
fantabulous.
shipping stuff will send you the info, Nancy.
Yep.
So,
Love, 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 love this.
I like your head wrap tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think I've honestly started a head wrap movement, guys. I'm telling you. I love the head wrap, of course. It makes sense for me as a painter. I love it. I have a lot of hair, so it's always nice to keep out of my eyes as well. And I think they're pretty cute and cool, right? And I joke and I say, you know, it's like a carrying case for my brain, right? You know, everybody needs one of those. But yeah.
You can use milk paint with a roller.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just doing a brush on over because I'm going more of a rustic look. And it's not a really, really big piece, right? So that's entirely up to you. So are you yawning again?
I did. I didn't mean to. I just caught myself.
Yeah, right? I think I've got you. You know how we become creatures of habit? I'm pretty sure now. Matt's programmed to yawn when I talk. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, after 20 years, yeah.
Yeah. I can laugh too because we know it goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
Too funny.
Nancy said Sonia's 25 and Matt's 29.
That's right. And we're holding.
Why am I the one getting the older one?
Babe, you're the older and wiser one, right? We'll let you have that one.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
29 and holding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. Who else is on their 29th birthday out there? Who else had a 29th birthday this year, maybe last year, maybe the year before? Come on, you guys know what I'm talking about. Too funny.
Patty says she doesn't look half as good as you in her head wrap.
Aw, Patty. I bet you look beautiful, girl. You rock it. Okay, we're going to let this dry. I'm just going to give it a little bit of heat while it sets up. But honestly, how fast was that? So I did not put any bond in here. Remember, the extra bond. This is the same bond that I've had. As I joke and say, James Bond. This is the extra bond that you add to your milk paint. So if you're ever working on surfaces that are super shiny, to help prevent chipping, so it gives it extra oomph, right? You can do that if you want. This is also non-toxic as well, completely VOC free. But I didn't do anything with the milk paint tonight because it's on wood, and I'm going for a distress style. I'm probably going to do a little bit of distressing around the edges, but I think this is beautiful, right, as is. And if I get any chipping, then that's totally fine with me because I'm going to try to provoke some anyhow, right? So let's let that dry. You sound like you're going to say something.
Yeah, Galen, that stuff happens even all over the world, not just down where you're at, but
what's that?
You need to come to the mountain. Family feuding.
Oh, family feuding.
We do it good here in Appalachia.
You know, there's a show that was on here. What was it called? Is it the McCoys?
That Phil McCoy's. That was an actual feud. You know
I actually want to watch that. That was like on regular TV a few years ago. Well, more than a few years ago now. It's quite some time. Does anybody remember that it would come on? And it was like all these parts to it. And at the time, I did not work for myself. I worked my corporate job, and I had to get up in the morning really, really early. And I could not watch it. But now I think it's on like Netflix or something to be able to watch, which is pretty
Yes,
cool.
You can use a hairdryer. Yes.
Yeah. Somebody wrote the other day, and they said, "What's the difference between a hairdryer and a heat gun?"
Heat
you want
gun's
to take
really
that? You want to tell
flipping
them?
hot.
Yeah.
A heat gun gets up to 1,200 degrees.
What Matt said, it's really flipping hot.
It's actually used to remove paint, not dry it. You just gotta be careful. I saw a question about the Chippy Hippie. It's available on the website.
Yep.
What category is it under? Somebody can't find it.
It's just under tools and accessories, so it's not under the paint.
Tools and accessories. That's what it's
I think
under.
like brushes, tools, accessories. All right, so that's our red. I'm gonna add a little bit. I found this star.
Tess said Hatfield and McCoy's. That's near Matt's neck of the woods.
Yeah, right.
Not saying, but you know, people might be related. Not saying.
You're so bad.
Just saying.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's definitely one to claim, right?
Well, yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to put 1 tablespoon of, this is our thick cream. It's basically an off-white. And when I think about this red color, the red ochre, I really think about, like, you know, the primitive colors, right? The people who just love that rustic colors. You see a lot of these, like, barn reds when you pair them with things like the cranberries and the Liberty blues and, you know what I mean, the blacks and the creams like I'm going to be working on right now. So let me go ahead and do this. By the way, these little mixers are a blessing sent from heaven. They are on our website for $2. They're awesome for mixing your chalk paint. You can also use them as well if you want for your chalky paint. But our chalky paint comes pre-mixed.
You mean milk paint and chalky paint?
Yeah, you can use them for both. But our chalky paint comes pre-mixed, right? And it's a thicker, definitely a thicker muscles. And so it can separate just like natural peanut butter can as well. But you just want to make sure that you might even want to use something that's even bigger than I was going to say spatula, but it's a whisk, right? Use even like a big paint stick or something like that to really stir it up if it ever settles. But this size is perfect for the milk paint.
You can use chalk paint on for market cabinets, but you just gotta watch the video.
Yeah. If you follow the prep steps that I give you in the video, you should be golden. And you'll see when you watch the video. If anybody else out there gotten the video already, you'll know how awesome it is.
I don't know what the deal is with the Norm Macdonald thing. But,
what? Everybody's saying you sound like Norm
Macdonald? No, that test said the Hatfields all sound like Norm Macdonald.
Oh, that's funny.
What? I don't know why they would sound like Norm Macdonald.
You're funny. So, all right, let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead.
Wait, stop.
What? Stop what?
Check yourself.
Gotta fix my messy bun.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. What? What? All right.
Hi, Diana.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead. This is an old star that I found. Also at the Goodwill. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for it. And it's just like a primitive old star put together, which is kind of cool. But I want to show you that if you have decor that maybe this is like a burgundish kind of color, but let's say, for example, you have stuff like that around your house and it just doesn't match anymore. Like this is a little light cream, and I'm just going to go ahead and take a shabby chip brush and just put it over this to like tone it down and give it a different sort of look, right? So it will match really nice with my red that I've got going down. And also just to show you that you can put this over, you know, your decor that you have. You don't have to go out and buy new. Just change it up, right? So easy. Look how nice that is. I love my shabby chip brush for getting the distressed effect, for, you know, that look that it looks like the paint is just falling off the piece. It'll save you lots of work that you might have to do with a, you know, a sanding tool, but you'll never get the same look that a shabby chip brush would give you. And these are on my website too.
What's the closest red we have to this in our chalk paint?
I'm trying to think. We have two reds. Definitely the red that would be closer would be Red Delicious, but it's not. But it's still a different sort of red, right?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Red.
Yeah, that's the thing with colors is that they are. You know, there's so many shades of red.
Right.
You know, we have 40 colors right now, and I know sometimes people say, "Do you have this color?" And it's kind of hard because I mean, if you go into a hardware store, you know how many paint swatches are out there, right? We would never have the room nor the capacity to be able to keep up with every color. But just know that you can also darken and lighten colors if you don't see the exact shade that you need. But the barn red, like this color here that we have called red ochre, would be the color that you would find in our milk paint line.
Kate says, doesn't the shop look nice? Hey, Kate.
Yes!
Kate. No brown nosing during the live.
Kate, I saw it. Somebody was in here busy shopping today. So while we were at the, like I told you guys earlier on, we took a road trip and spent some time with our family. We went down to the Museum of Natural History and just kind of enjoyed it for a little bit.
And the Art Museum.
And the Art Museum,
I'm extremely proud she didn't touch anything.
Didn't touch anything.
But she wanted to paint all the 16th century
Listen,
furniture.
I'm going to post pictures of, I was in this room in the art section, and it was like a history of furniture, okay? But I'm pretty sure the security guard could pick up on my vibes.
Oh yeah, they were on her like white on rice.
Like this girl looks like she would want to like pull out a paintbrush and paint the brownie frowny furniture, right? I appreciate it. It was beautiful, beautiful furniture. But I'm like, I would totally paint that in a federal blue. Be my honey would look gorgeous on that, right? Yeah. So yeah. All right, let me go ahead. Let me let this stuff dry real fast here, and we'll continue on with our primitive look for the evening. Let's put this down here. But yeah, it was so cool. Who else enjoys museums and getting out and about, that sort of thing? All right, so as I work to put these few things together, I'm thinking I should totally repurpose this picture, just jazz it up, okay?
The Carnegie Museum of Natural History and Modern Art in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And Oakland, right across from the Cathedral Learning University of Pittsburgh, is one of the... it's one of the best museums in the world, believe it or not. It was Mr. Carnegie dumped tons of money into it. It has some of the best dinosaur bones in the world. Actually, they have the largest collection, as a matter of fact.
Of dinosaur bones?
Yes. And the Egyptian collection is very good. The Polar World one, which reminds Sonia of being at home.
Oh, you're funny.
It does.
Being up north.
Yeah, when I was there, it reminded me of being up there.
So here's the deal. So the two colors that I have pulled out is the, we use the thick cream and of course the ochre red, right? So here's a quick tip for you guys. If you're looking for decor pieces for your gallery wall, if you're looking to update pieces, if you're looking to make signs, okay? If you're a sign maker on here, listen up. I'll show you a quick tip that I do. This is one of my tricks to be able to shop for free but make beautiful things, okay? Not shop for free, shop for cheap to make beautiful things. So this was, I don't even think it still has a tag on it. I got this for $1.99, okay? So when I go to Goodwill, you know you always see the section that's on the wall. It's like where the wreaths are and all the picture frames. And this is one, okay? It's got a cardboard back on it.
My God, that thing's uglier than homemade soup.
Right? Yeah, right. That's okay. We are going to take it home and we are going to love on it. We're
I
gonna
don't
make it beautiful,
know,
okay?
man. What happened to the color?
What? Yeah, it faded in the sunshine. That's
even...
what happens. But it's got a gorgeous frame, right? I love the frame, and I think it's beautiful. So why not? Why everybody else looks past this for $1.99? Why not go? I can use this as a basis for a sign, and I don't have to make anything or a backdrop, right?
Out
What's that? Take what stuff out?
You know, stuff.
You can, but who wants to do that? Do you have time to do that? I don't have time to do that.
I can do that. It's called flip through frame.
Now I just decide what pretty much color I want. So if I want to stick with the colors that I have here, I have a little bit of extra of the red, so I think maybe I'll just go with that. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add a little extra bond to it. This is like a, I don't know, what do you call this board inside here? It's like a shiny...
It's Giggly board. It's called
Giggly?
Giggly. Yeah, Giggly.
Giggly board. I'm sorry,
yeah,
that's funny.
It looks like a fake painted back. It looks like the background is painted.
That's funny.
It's called Giggly.
So I add a little extra bond, okay? The extra bond you add to milk paint to make sure it doesn't chip.
Quick there, you know?
Yeah, what, the glue glue?
No, when you want... It's like, look.
What part?
You're like, extra bond here. What was on, you know?
Listen. I am on it, right? Do you want to see it again?
Giggly is spelled G-I-C-C-L-E-E.
I know. It sounded like you said like giggly or something like that, right?
It's spelled G-I-C-C-L-E-E.
All right.
It's a very technical term.
Huh.
Yes.
Never knew that. But you know what I did see today? What did we see? It was the Renoir, and what was the other one we saw? It was really
the Van Gogh.
The Van Gogh paintings. It was like, wow, that's so cool. So let's just go ahead and create a backdrop for this, all right? So if you find frames like this, and this is just like Matt said, like a cardboard painting type frame.
I had to Google it to make sure it wasn't worth lots. Trust me, it's not.
What, this here? You talking about this? Oh my God, what I paid
It's a French term. See, Sarah got it.
Get galley.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, now this is the cheap stuff. This is the stuff that nobody wants because it looks like it's outdated and faded and, you know, but that's okay. We can make it beautiful. So when you're layering pieces from your home, you don't have to pay a ton of money for them, right? Just go out and find pieces like this. So I'll show you what I'm going to use mine for as I put this sort of like a little bit of a collection together that I'm making tonight in a primitive style.
That thing looked like a bag full of ugly. Shook
what,
up
right here? Not anymore. It's beautiful
shook
now.
Up and thrown on the ground.
It's beautiful now. So here's the true thing. If I wanted to make this a chalkboard, I would just use our chalky style paint. And then you've got a chalkboard on your hands, okay?
Laurie.
Instant chalkboard.
Laurie says, I am impressed. Sounded totally made up. No. It's something you got to know about me, Laurie. All my former bosses used to call me Google. Because if they had a question, they would come to me.
This is true. I don't know how you're a data head, but you are. When we play Cranium, has anybody ever played that game? One of my favorite games is Cranium. You guys know what I'm talking about, where it's like you work your way on the board. And it's all,
Don't tell anybody, Teresa. You're supposed to keep that secret.
You can, you know, select different things. Matt's always the trivia person. He just likes it. I'm just going to splash a little bit from over here.
It's not that I like it. It's a curse, you know?
Well, yeah. I don't know how you remember stuff like that, okay?
It's a head full of useless information.
I know. I just, you know, it's okay for Matt to be on my team, not against me.
Yeah, Laurie, I played that game. The money game version of that, and they kicked me off after I won so many in a row.
What are we talking about?
The Skills, that trivia question game, it was on Facebook. It was like, you play for like $1, and I won so many in a row, they suspended my account.
Dang. That's why I say we need to get you on, like,
Well,
Jeopardy or
I
something,
was
okay?
almost on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Some splash and a little bit of red over the
deployed.
edge. Splash and a little bit of red over the edge. All right, just like that. Want to on purpose. I'll show you why in just a second. I'm going to leave a little bit of that color coming through that's on it already. And next up, what we do is we would dry it. So by the way, make sure you guys give us a share right now to get in for Matt's Box O Mystery.
They said, oh my, she's paying over fine art now.
Yes, I was inspired. I went to the Fine Art Museum today. And I came home tonight and I said I should totally paint over art because that's what I do, right? I piss people off and paint over wood, and now I paint over fine art.
I was surprised we were walking through the Hall of Architecture. And you weren't going, I'm going to paint over David. I'm going to paint over the statue
No, it was
of
just the
Athena.
furniture, right?
It was just furniture, yeah.
But we were laughing. Okay, guys, this is funny. This is funny, okay? So I go to, like, the part of the museum where, I don't know, what would you call it? Contemporary? I don't know what it is. Abstract?
It's the contemporary art.
Odds and ends?
And then you go into Impressionism and all the different ones and furniture and the whole way back.
Well, it's interesting to see, you know. I say, you know, art, this sort of thing is always, you know, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. But there were some things there today that, you know, would just make you question whether or not this was art. There was things there today, like I saw a setup with furniture with baby clothes on it, okay? Unpainted, which I totally would have painted every single one.
Yeah, it was like trash furniture. It had like...
I don't know, baby clothes, like doll clothes on it. You know, weird, odd stuff. And, but it was, you know, it was all the symbolism behind it. So it was interesting to walk through and just get in the mind of the artist.
The artist, when you look at them and say, they're so full of crap, you know, they just make this crap up as they went.
Oh, too funny.
And they BS somebody into believing it.
Odd stuff, right? I mean, there was piping with spray paint on
thank
it
you,
today.
Starla.
Symbolizing, you know, the greater humanity.
Thank you, Natasha.
All right, let's see here. So there we go. So we'll let that dry. Okay? So remember, add your bond if you don't want it to chip, if you're not sure what your surface is like.
It's just a heat gun to dry stuff.
Love that so far, right?
No big deal.
Yeah.
No big whoop.
So let's go ahead and I'm just making use of the same colors I have, right? So when you're doing a collection for your home, get like the colors you want, and then, you know, don't just keep them in one area. So instead of having that one red basket or that one cream star, look for other places around that you can kind of pull that color, right? And that's how your house looks really pulled together. Is like, for example, if you have color going on in your kitchen, you just take a little bit of that color, and maybe the color you have in the walls in your kitchen is a little bit that's in your pillows, that's in your living room, right? And it just kind of like, you know, creates that overall effect. So I am going to take the colors I'm working with.
It's just a Wagner heat gun.
Let's go ahead.
You can get them anywhere. You can get them at Wally World. You can get them at Home Depot.
Yep.
So, hey, Cindy, how are you?
So now I'm going to go ahead and drag my shabby chip brush. It's a little bit wet in some spaces, but that's okay. I can go back over that if I need to.
Oh, my God.
Are you yawning again?
I am. It was too much excitement.
I got to take you home and put you to bed.
It was all the Hofbrau food and...
The German food.
The liter of beer and all the dessert. And,
maybe it was all the I don't know, the accordion player.
Oh, it was all of it.
So guys, I'm just gonna go over with the cream for the edges, and like I say, I got the red in the center. This could totally be a chalkboard if you used our chalky paint for this. If you're somebody that makes signs, remember I told you guys last night about, you know, stenciling on
that's what I said. Tess, you can get them at Home Depot, Lowe's, Wally World, everywhere.
What's that?
I just said that because that's where I got that one. So that's the first thing that pops in my head. I'm sorry.
What's that? What are you talking about?
It says I'm worn out. Yes, I'm like a 2-year-old that needs to be put down for his nap.
Yes. Yes.
So I ate. I'm fat and I'm happy and.
Yep.
You know, I got my Oompa music in, and I get to drink good beer, eat good food, and have Bavarian cream puffs, and Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte.
Okay, I feel fat and fluffy just hearing you remind us everything we ate today.
You had what was it? You had wild mushroom spätzle with chicken.
Spätzle. Listen, can we just all say that together? Spätzle. I just go for the spätzle, okay?
Yeah.
Because yeah, I just think it's a cool word and it tastes great too.
Red ochre.
Yeah.
Actually, Dee Dee, that's funny because I'm probably going to Bethlehem this week to pick up a vehicle.
Did you say a vehicle?
A vehicle.
Vehicle?
Vehicle.
Like get me on my sheshawal?
Yes.
Vehicular.
Yes.
All right. I love this. So just kind of splash on. What do you guys think so far? Let's put a little bit around the edge as well. Carry it over. It's got a black edge on it. But who's going to go into a Goodwill or at a yard sale and go, ooh, I could totally make a sign out of this existing thing? Because could I make this for $1.99? I don't think I could, okay, for $1.99, plus the time to make it, right, and the tools that you would need and the precision that you would need to build it in the very same, or build it just right, so that it actually sits flush and it works well. Heck, you could even find these things and they have hangers already on the back of them, right? So it's awesome.
See, yeah, Teresa, I had a screwed up childhood. I grew up in the middle of Appalachia where we talk really slow, and we talk with a Pittsburgh accent and a West Virginia accent, and I grew up with, German speaking in my family, and then I lived down south for years and years and years. So I have little tics like vehicle.
I just like to mess with him. That's my job.
Hello from New Brunswick.
Hey, New Brunswick.
Fabian Willette.
Atlantic, Canada. Yes. Wait, hopefully you got my message, girl.
Fabian, you're the one. She's the one from Miramichi, right?
Yep. I sent her a message to let her know. Just message me, Fabian. I think we got you all figured out now. Message me again. Hopefully you got my message. Cool.
Yeah, Virginia. Yeah, Williamsburg, Virginia is actually where I spent a lot of years. And then when I became an adult, I spent almost 10 years in North Carolina. So there you go.
Ooh, yeah. I love that. Ooh. Let me go ahead. My red up here wasn't dry in this little corner when I put the thick cream on it, so I'm just going to add a little bit more.
We need a rooster.
Wouldn't that be pretty?
Yes.
I mean, honestly.
I agree. That's really farmish.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
Is that a word, farmish?
Farmish could be anything. Babe,
I'm feeling a bit farmish today.
I just like that you're excited about this project.
I'm not that excited.
What do you guys think? What do you think? Right? Does it change the way you look at fine art, right? So when you paint over fine art, you can say, Sonia told me to do it, okay? I'm just joking. It was just a cardboard photo for $1.99, all right? Loved the frame, loved everything in it. So think about it for all you sign makers, you stencil appliers, all you people out there. You know what? There you go, right? Boom. You don't have to do anything with it other than paint the colors you want, and now you have a beautiful area to stencil in, to apply your vinyl in, anything you want in this area, okay? I'm going to actually use this as a layering piece for a wreath, and I'll show you how I bring that together in just a second as we clue up here.
I got to ask Gina, is the Backfin still, the Backfin restaurant, is that still in Williamsburg? People can't wait to do this. We're going shopping.
Heck yeah. And then I would love it, guys. Oh, by the way, when I get off of here, I got to post the link, but I forgot to let you guys know something really, really cool. As word spreads about the Junk Monkey love and all the wonderful things that you can do with our products, you guys keep sending us photos, and I want everybody to be able to see all your photos. So I've actually set up in Facebook a Junk Monkey sharing group, okay? So this is going to be just a place where you can come in and you can ask advice about, whatever projects you're working on. You can post your pictures, your before, your afters, give other people inspiration, look at their photos, and you can gain inspiration from it as well. I'll be in the group as well, so when I get off of here, I will post the link for that, and I would love it if you guys would join and maybe post a picture tonight to kind of get it started. You guys can be amongst the first founding members of the Junk Monkey sharing group.
That's funny. I lived right across the road from the back friend at Pepper Tree Condominiums. There's the 7-Eleven on the corner. The back fin was on the opposite corner. And then Pepper Tree Condominiums is right there. And I lived there with all the William and Mary kids that went to William and Mary down there. So that's a shame it closed.
All right, guys.
Are you in Pittsburgh? We're actually in Ligonier, right outside of Pittsburgh.
Look, now I'm going to give a little bit more dimension to this piece. I also used the same color, the thick cream, on my star, right? So what I'm going to do while that's finishing drying is go ahead and do a little distressing on here as well, just to knock off some of the paint. Do you want to do your last round of call?
Share, make sure you get your share.
As we conclude here, get ready to announce a winner from this evening.
Yeah, Gina, it's right there on Jamestown Road, and I go down there, and they just when I first lived there, they built that food line right in behind there, and then I lived out on Brickbat Road for a while. Yes, that's the real name of the place, Brickbat Road.
There's a breakneck road around here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. And I thought it was so funny.
Love that, right? So pretty. There we go. All right. Let's put it together, see what it looks like. And Matt's going to announce a winner.
Do I have to?
Winner, chicken dinner.
Do I have to?
Okay, let's go ahead and bring our basket
We're going like a quarter of the way back.
Okay.
So the first one I come up with is Tina Marie's Zarcone King.
Ooh.
Tina Marie's Zarcone King. If you're here, answer up. Let us know you're here. Tina Marie's Zarcone King. Tina Marie.
I'm still a little stressing on this too.
Tina Marie.
Which could be kind of cute.
Tina Marie. Oh, Radar is thrilled.
Radar's our fine and furry #1 fur friend on here, the Junk Monkey fur friend. Bridget and Radar, big hello going out to you, buddy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yep. You're a good boy. You're a good boy.
Did I not see Tina? I'm going to ask Kate. Kate, did you... there she is.
Yay!
Okay, Tina, message us at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com.
Let's see here. So, as an example, let's see what we can do here to kind of stick stuff in.
Tired of your examples.
Come on. Let me make an example out of you.
Yes.
All right, love it. Add a little bit of greenery. Okay, see some greenery? Do some greenery. Make sure you do some greenery. There is a rule in decorating. The eye loves things of 3. Let it be, okay? I think there's a rule against that in the poison ivy world or something to do with that. How does the poison ivy go? Leaves a 3, let it be?
Yeah.
Okay, but in the decorating world, leaves a 3, let them be is a good thing, okay? Because our eye loves to see things in 3. So here's a grouping of 3 things right now. You got red, you got the green, and you got the star, right?
I got her already, guys. Thank you very much for the help.
Then we're gonna do the same over here. So we've got our backdrop created. My hands are dusty. We got our backdrop created. We've got the cream, we've got the red, and now we've got a layering again. So we've got 3 things going on with the eye, right? So think about that when you're decorating. Put 3 candlesticks together, put 3 pictures together on your wall, and your decor will actually look a whole lot more satisfying, aka beautiful to the eye, all right? So what do you guys think? This was just a collection we put together tonight. I think I paid a couple bucks for this one here. For the basket, like $2 or $3 for this. This was $1.99. This was actually a wreath I also got at the dollar store, not the dollar store, the thrift store. And all I did was go ahead and get myself some little branches and fed them around, right? That's it. Because when you go to the thrift store, you can find tons of wreaths like this for so cheap, but except they're covered in Christmas things. So cut all the Christmas things off, flip them over, and you got yourself a cheap wreath. Oh, you want me to go get some?
No.
All right, I thought you were speaking my little language for a second. What do you guys think, right? Now, you can also put it upright if you have a wall that you want to make your wall look taller. Hang your pictures this way. This creates height. This leads the eye up.
Does this work with people, too?
Yes, leaves things of 3.
No, if you turn it up, they look taller.
That's always a good thing, right? Yeah, just wear your stripes upright versus horizontal, okay? Vertical versus horizontal. But yeah, there you go. So there is my tips for tonight, guys. Things of 3, let them be in decorating. And the red we have is the red ochre, which is a beautiful barn red. So if it's something you've been looking for to paint a piece, oh my gosh, this would be gorgeous, absolutely stunning if you were to paint like an actual full-on big piece of furniture in this. Tonight we use this as part of decor. And then, just go to the thrift store and find things that you can paint and bring them together and just make something beautiful out of them, right? So hopefully this has been inspiring for somebody out there tonight. Give me hearts. if you have enjoyed it.
Carol, they're 16 ounces, but technically they're 500 milliliters, so they're over 16 ounces. You're getting bonus paint in every can.
Yes, so just know the chalky style pints and also the milk paint powders also make a pint, right? So if you're used to using our chalky style paint that's already pre-mixed and now you're kind of getting introduced to the milk paint, which comes in the powder form, just know that, you know, you can make up as much as you want. It actually lasts indefinitely, so it's entirely up to you, you know, how long you want to keep it. Just make sure you keep your bag sealed, but it makes the same amount of paint. So if you're painting a big piece of furniture, get one packet of the paint, okay? Or if you need the chalky style paint, which is a little bit more muscles, you know, then make sure you kind of in your mind think, okay, I need one package, one can, if I'm painting one pretty much big standard piece of furniture, right? You can get a couple chairs out of one package, typically, or maybe a set of nightstands, but I always say one big piece of furniture to one packet, or to one can. All right, that's it, my friends.
All right, you crazy kids, go back to watch your crazy Walking Dead show.
All right.
Tomorrow's my new season of Ash vs. Evil Dead, so I'm excited.
All right, guys. You take care. Thanks for hanging out
Jump
with us.
Monkey Paint.
Yes.
Night. See you tomorrow. Bye.
See ya. Bye.